Perryman again. Perryman finding 10 seconds. Yeah, baby. Cleaning up some penalties. Ken Mullenauer finds 1 second on the clock, and that's the more impressive feat there. 36.5 from Mullenauer, and that slots him now into the 4th spot, pushing back a couple other folks. So Hernandez, Hoy, Healy, and Mullenauer. So I guess you need to have a last name that begins in H if you want to be on the podium in Street R. So Ken Mullenauer will be looking to change his name in the next heat. Bergert. 39.1 now. Is this Ed Bergert? 3.5 tenths more for Bergert. 30.5 tenths. 1 out of the trophies at the moment. Huge class here in Street R. In Street R, of course, a combo class. Rear-wheel drive cars, not otherwise classed, running to the street category preparation level. That's the long version of what that is. Next in, Runyon against Hoy again. Hoy with a red light. Pretty egregious one, 4.52. Would have had a couple tenths pickup, so not huge loss there. Runyon, though, finding 4.3 seconds on course as he cleans up the cone. So Runyon making a move there, 5.44 reaction. We're working some clock action, working some course action. Healy again versus Hernandez, looking like Glenn back first, 43.6, but Glenn tags 1. And so that's not going to help him. Healy finds 1.6. Nice work. As of the moment, though, Street R first drivers, we've got Hernandez leading the way. Hoy less than a tenth back, then Healy another tenth. Good friend at home, Ron Bauer, back up there in Seattle, unable to make the trip this time. We miss you, guy. Steve Smith, 36.9 for Smith, left side in Street R again. Craig Boyle with that 37.9, but +1 on Craig Boyle. As those guys, these second drivers get going here. A lot of second drivers here in Street R. James Yam, the Yammer, 34.5, but a red light and a cone. So Yam feeling the edges on her first approach. And then we move to C Street, STF, a couple of second drivers there, mixed bag here. Jason Rodriguez at STF 38.2 for Mr. Rodriguez. 536 reaction, nice job there. Maurice Valendia, +1 on a 41.4 for Maurice. Benny in on the right next to finish, followed by Scott Sandowski. Sandowski working the red light in his STF Mazda 2. These STF drivers getting a lot of time on course, maximizing seat time. Slowest class than solo, but a lot of fun. Competed there myself, a lot of fun. +1 for Sandowski, as mentioned. Oh, and also red light for Sandowski, so he's finding all the edges. Benny in on the right, 37.3 for his first attempt at this Charlie Davis course. Boy, I've got 3 red lights on my screen here right now. Holy cow, mostly on the right, but big grip up here on the lines, and folks just not calibrating for it. So yeah, you've been warned. Michelle Miller, left side, 37.9 for Michelle. Right side, though, one of those red lights is Mike Nakata in a beautiful 86 Toyota. 86. Good gosh. Call it what it is. Joe Austin out there next, right side, +1 on Joe and a red light as well on him in the STF Mini. He ran an H-Stock for many years, and now it's an STF car. We talked to him a little earlier this season, really liking the change, plus getting a lot better tire wear. That was an important part of that equation. Ed Berger left side, finds 14th. Solidly middle of the pack there. Okay, that gives him something to work with. And then Yammer out there on the right in that familiar white Honda S2000 CR, dancing it through that final slalom. 70 pace slalom on concrete. You do the math on average speeds for that, but let's just say it's quick. Yam with 2 cones on that. So he's working the penalty box big time here this morning with a red light and a cone on the left and then 2 cones on the right. Dirty boy. Alrighty, STF versus C Street again. As they flip sides, Rodriguez on the right in the STF Fit. And left side for Volandia in the MR2 Turbo. C Street and the Turbo back first. Yeah, go figure, right? 36-1 for Volandia. And right side for Rodriguez, 37-6. And that slots Mr. Rodriguez into right solid in the mid-pack. Failing from nearby Livermore. All right, Scott Sandowski next to finish on the right. Really, he like left yesterday with a 3:48 reaction. Did not get the memo. Benny in on the left. 37.9 for Benny. Sandowski at 37.8 the time on that red light, but again, leaving yesterday, gets the big head start, so wouldn't put too much stock into that scratch time. Michelle Miller, right side in the Mini Cooper, 37.4 for Michelle, 37.4. Mike Nakata, left side, 37.0, +1 though for Nakata. So somebody let him know he tagged one. All right, taking off on the line, Chris Cox, Ryan Otis in the battle of the heavy metal there in Street R. Corvette Z06 versus Porsche GT3. GT3, of course, launching better, but different, very different, but beautiful sounds out of both of those cars. Market V8 versus German flat 6. Joe Austin, left side, +1, 38.0 for Joe. So he's got a red light and +1. Steve Smith, left side, Craig Boyle, right side. Boyle with a red light there. Smith 37-0 for Smith, and he finds a little bit, but Boyle, oh, and a cone for Boyle as well. Late cone call for there. James Yam in, James Yam +1. I know I sound like a broken record, but you know, you got to report what you see. 35-2 for Yam. And as bad as that sounds, hitting the cone and all, it's still better than a red light. So he's on the board now with something on both sides, but we know he can do quite a lot better. James, a jacket winner at the National Championships. I believe it was a B stock with that car. Or somebody's car like that. James likes to fly around and borrow cars. Expert at that negotiation. Maurice Valandia on the right side now in the MR2 Turo as we move to C Street. 36-2 +1 for him. Mixed up with STF on the left is Jason Rodriguez. Rodriguez finding 4/10. Valandia with the cone. Not going to be a help there. And another mixed bag here. C Street right, STF left. Sendowski left side, 37-8 in the Mazda 2 versus Benny on the right with a 36-6 +1 for Benny. So he would have had a 6/10 pickup, but does tag a cone for Benny on the right-hand side. The Subaru ERZ, as it says here. Alrighty, Mr. Dietz working his magic here in the back seat as the Ustream video's working. So thank you very much to the folks at home who are giving him all that feedback on what's working, what's not. We appreciate it on the feed, so you can watch live now on the TV set, on your internet at home, as well as listen to the radio feed. So big thanks, big ups to Mr. Dietz for getting that all shaped out for us. All right, back to live action. Michelle Miller. Right side, 36-2, and that beats a red light every time, so he's on the board now on the right-hand side. Still needs to clean up the left, but at least he's got that right. Speaking of cleaning up stuff, Joe Austin needs to clean up. He's got 2 red lights on the right side now, he's got a good time on the left, but a cone, I should say, on the left. So Austin, more red light problems on the right-hand side for Joe Austin.